Hey man, how's it going? So I just wanted to introduce myself on video here tonight. My name's Brian, and this is actually the first time I've ever done a video for YouTube, so bear with me as I work out the kinks. I'm not really great in front of the camera, so and I don't really have any of this scripted out. So I'm just going to kind of muddle through it, but I did want to thank you for replying to the emails I sent last night. I think it's pretty cool that we started this conversation, and I would like to continue it. I think you had mentioned some things that were, something I believe in wholeheartedly, which is about learning more, which is about diving into things you don't know, things that you don't understand, things that you don't agree with, all of the above. Let's dive into that and see what comes of it. And I say that not to suggest that, there's anything you don't understand here. Obviously there's things you don't believe in, but I think it's just good to talk about that stuff. So I'm inviting you to continue that conversation, and I will do my part by doing it on video here, so we can, I don't know, I guess so I can risk a little more than, so it's not just somebody hiding behind some email or something. I think it's, I don't even know where to start. I guess I would start with one, and not to make accusations again, but one, again, I'm inviting you for a conversation, and it seems like so far in the emails you aren't that interested in having a conversation as much as you're interested in projecting on me who you think I am, or projecting some stereotype on me, or basically just you telling me things about myself. And I think that's a little odd, given that you don't know me, given that you have really only experienced about, I don't know, 10 to 15 sentences from me. But you're telling me I'm afraid, you're telling me I'm not interested in seeking the truth, you're telling me that I don't realize I'm going to die, and that one kind of is found very peculiar. I guess the assumption there is a lot of people go to faith to alleviate a fear of death, and that's not really why I believe, and I never brought that up, so I'm kind of curious why you mentioned all that up front. But given the fact that there are certain truths to stereotypes, I understand it a little bit. But what I'm really kind of interested in kicking off our conversation about is this whole science thing. Now, I don't understand, a lot of what you do, probably. I haven't read all those books. I am not, by any means, anywhere close to being a physicist, being a quantum physics expert, being, any of that. I do architecture for a living. I have a good grasp of time and space, how things work, how things fit together, three-dimensional objects, three-dimensional space. Obviously, we have more dimensions than that. But I guess where I'm getting at is sometimes I believe science, it doesn't really matter that we have this understanding of science, and I don't think it has to be contradictory to the existence of God. Now, I think we can find contradictions between, what we understand about science and maybe some of the things that the Bible tells us. Obviously, we have evolution versus creation. Obviously, we have the age of the earth versus scriptural history of earth. We have this whole idea of creation happening in 7 days, but really what does 7 days mean? And that all might seem like cop-outs, but I guess right now I'm not interested in nitpicking the little details like that. I'm not interested in nitpicking anything that you can tell me from science that it might help defend your case. I guess what I'm basically coming from is a point of view where, yes, there's a physical universe, and yes, it functions in a certain way. And granted, a lot of people don't understand how it functions, don't understand what's going on outside of our planet. hell, a lot of people don't even understand what's going on outside of their own body. But does that really, just because there is this universe, this physical structure that operates under certain laws, does that really, say that it's impossible for God to exist? I mean, whether you believe God created this stuff or not, if there was a creator, or if there was something that created this thing, it's gonna work a certain way. And science is merely the understanding of how it works. I don't think it has anything really to do with the nature of how it was created. And so it's hard for me to understand when you come back to me and say, well, read all these books and science and science and science. I don't understand it yet. And as you said in your last message, as usual, the theist totally misses the point. So yes, I guess I'm asking for, I'm hoping we can continue this conversation, and I am asking for a little bit of, teach me something about some of this science so I can understand your point of view. I think it's interesting. I think it's fascinating, and I think I want to step out. I want to engage in conversation, and I know I'm going to walk away from this learning something. So if you're game, I'm game, and hope to hear from you again. Good night.